I believe every single person should make it a lifetime goal of theirs to try and master their knowledge of the Bible. Taking the time and dedicating yourself to learning this book is the best possible thing you can do for your success in life. And not only is it going to help improve your life, but it's also going to help make sure you have a life after this one. So this is clearly an important task and endeavor to take on. So what's the standard beginner reading Bible study advice? Reading 8 to 10 chapters a day? Now, while this is a great thing to do, I think as a beginner in the Bible, reading at this rate might not be the best for learning. A lot of these chapters have so much to them that reading through it quickly one time is really not enough to fully grasp it. So you start to have people that are reading the Bible, which again is a very great thing, but if you ask them what they just read, they can't tell you anything. It shows that they're just trying to achieve a reading goal rather than really trying to grasp what they're reading in the Bible. I came up with a strategy for studying that allowed me to get a better understanding of every single chapter I was reading. The first thing is you really want to slow down. Don't set such big reading goals right at the start. There's a few reasons you really want to avoid this. Number one being that it's just harder to stick to a routine that requires so much of your day. When you're setting these massive goals that have you reading up to an hour or more a day and you miss one day, it's going to be really hard to get back on track and stick to that routine for months and years. You really want to be thinking long term, and that's why setting achievable goals is very important. Another reason setting too lofty goals as a beginner isn't the best idea is because you're going to try and rush through your reading because you have so much to get through, rather than taking the time to thoroughly investigate and internalize everything in the chapter. So the question is, how should you be studying? I'm going to break down my Bible study plan into 3 steps. Number 1, the reading plan. Number 2, how you should be studying each chapter. And number 3, memorizing verses. For the reading plans, I have 3 2-week Bible studies that go thoroughly through one chapter each day. The first 2 weeks will be on the life and teachings of Jesus, and I'm going to put it up on the screen for you to screenshot right now. The next 2 weeks will be on the life and teachings of Paul, and the third set of 2 weeks will be on the Old Testament. Here's how you're going to study your chapter of the day. The first thing you're going to do is listen to the audio version of your chapter. Listening to the audio version will help you visualize what's happening in the story, and it can be easier to comprehend for auditory learners. After you've done that, you're going to go on YouTube and search for a summary of your chapter of the day. The reason summaries are good is because you can have someone that has a better understanding of the chapter explain it to you more thoroughly so you can fully grasp what you're reading. Finally, you're going to read the chapter from your physical Bible, and at this point you should really be starting to understand what the chapter is about, and you should be able to explain a little bit about it in a few sentences at least. Number 3 is a bit of a bonus tip, but it's to either memorize scriptures that are meaningful to you or that stand out to you in your daily reading. If you're trying to improve your health, memorize scriptures on health. If you're trying to improve your confidence, memorize scriptures on confidence. Or if, as you're going about your reading, you notice a scripture that stands out to you or that seems very important, for example, John 3:16, choose that one to memorize. You can get a notebook like this that has the flashcards. It's very easy. You can write the scripture name on this, and then you flip it over and write the verse. It makes it easy to memorize the scriptures. I would do one every other day or one every 3 days. Just whatever seems right to you. Now, if you apply this strategy over the next 6 weeks, doing a deep dive into each of these very important chapters, you are going to come out an entirely new person, and you are going to start feeling much better about yourself and your life, and you're probably going to feel a lot more hopeful for the future. I also wanted to add that yes, you should make doing a deep dive on one chapter a day your goal, but don't be afraid to read more after you finish your chapter. A lot of times I'll read at night or I'll listen to it throughout the day. Don't limit yourself. You can listen to as much as you can, but also don't set too high goals that are going to make you want to stop reading altogether. Let me know if you're down to take on the reading goal in the comments, and please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.